One of the things I really enjoy doing is journaling. I just think it helps me gain clarity of thought about specific situations or decisions or whatever it is, just life in general. Because when you write about something, you're it just helps you think about things in a coherent way. And in fact, this summer I was interning at Amazon, and Amazon happens to have a writing culture. In fact, Jeff Bezos sent a 2004 email in which he said that the reason writing a good 4-page memo is harder than writing a 20-page PowerPoint is because the narrative structure of a good memo forces better thought and better understanding of what's more important than what. So typically what my journaling routine involves is, I have to open this file here, and basically I always want to stick to the same format, right? Basically, so I have to do, I have to press these keys here, make a new page break, and then I have to hit Command B, Command U, Command I to have this formatting that's underlined, bold, and italics. And then I have to, put a colon, hit return a couple times, put a paragraph indentation. And oh yeah, I forgot, I also need to escape the bold, italics, and underline, right? So it's kind of a process, and then I can start journaling and writing about whatever it is I want to write about. So I was thinking, why not just try to automate that? Why not reduce the friction, do it automatically? So let's try to see if we can automate this with Python. So we have a terminal here, we're on the desktop. So let's make a new file, let's say code to open VS Code, and let's call that file journal automation.python. All right, let's hit enter, and there we go, we have our new file. So that's nice. Now, the first thing we want to do is to actually open this journal file I have over here, right? There we go, the file is actually opening right now. So, if I close pages and I run my Python program, it's opening. So that's nice. So what do we want to do now? We're basically going to want to type what I'm going to call the header, right? The header string. So there's no page break character. What we can do instead is essentially pretend like we're using the keyboard. I want to simulate the keyboard. So basically, if I look up page break here, I can see that there's a way to insert a page break using the command key, and then this other weird symbol happens to be the enter key. So it's this one here, the one that's next to the numeric pad. So if I get Python to automatically press the command key and press the enter key, I should have a page break. So let's give that a try. Perfect. Okay, this is a page break right here, starting on a new page, and we have it right there. Perfect. Okay, that looks like what we want. And I do not want leading zeros for the hour, so that's good. I don't really want 03:45. I think that looks weird. 3:45 p.m. will be good. So that's really nice. That's really nice. Now, you'll notice here that I did say we want to have this bold and italics and underline. So we need to do that. Now the location is an interesting one, right? Because as opposed to the date, the time, the program can just figure out on its own where I'm sitting. So I'm gonna need to actually give it that. So remember that I wanna have this as a terminal command, right? I mean, what's better for someone who codes to just open their personal journal in the terminal, right? So I'm gonna basically wanna say journal, and then I wanna pass a string here. So, whatever, kitchen table, right? And I want this string here to be used in my Python program and to be passed as my location. So after my time, I wanna have my location. So I wanna add a comma, then a space, and then my location. So now that we have our time, let's do plus, and then a comma, and now we wanna have our location. So we can say sys.argv, and argv is going to contain whatever we passed from the terminal, from the command line here. The first thing that is stored in this argv array is simply the name of the command we passed itself. So we're gonna need to use not @0, because that's always gonna be the same thing. That's not the argument we passed, but we wanna use @1, okay? So let's see if that actually works. And then after that location, we wanna just add a colon. Okay, let's see if that works or not. So if I run this without an argument, it should give me an error, right? So yeah, let's index out of range. There we go, because there's no second position in the argv array if I haven't passed an argument. So let's try it with an argument, test location. Let's see what happens now. Excellent. So we have our time and then a comma, our parameter, and a colon. So our program is almost done, I guess. All we need is 2 line returns and a paragraph indent. Excellent, excellent. So now I guess we can say, hey, this is my cool journal entry. Awesome. So our program is done. It actually works right now. I mean, I can test it by quitting pages and just running this out of the blue and saying, okay, run that, test location, should open pages and do what I needed to do. This was my last journal entry, and this is my new one. There's a couple more additions I'd like to make, however, because there's 2 things I want to change. So first, sometimes I'm going to be journaling at the same location day after day after day. So for example, sitting at this desk right here. So what I do in that case, I just say same location instead of typing the location again. And in that case, I mean, I'd like not to have to say, same location every single time. It would be better if I can just say, journal and not pass a parameter. So if we do use test location, that should give us our test location. Excellent. And if we give it nothing, let's give it nothing. It should just give us same location. Perfect. Okay, that works. So the last thing I do want to do here is, all this time I've been talking about, hey, I just want to be able to open my terminal and say, should spell that properly, journal. So if I try it right now, it's not really going to work, right? If I say journal, it's just going to tell me command not found, which makes sense because as far as the terminal is concerned, this is like me typing, random string, right? It just doesn't know what I'm trying to do. So to solve that, it's pretty simple. We can actually go and add a bash shortcut. So I'm going to say edit bash rc, and this itself is actually a bash shortcut I've added, and that'll take me to my bash rc file. And then I can just go in here and say alias, and we'll say journal is equal to, and here I want to copy my Python command, right? So let's go find that from when I was running it. There we go. And we're just gonna copy this whole thing, copy it, paste it in here, and that should work. And source bash rc, another bash command I set up, and we'll try it now. So journal. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? And if you're wondering what happened with this dot here, what probably happened was that, yeah, I ran the command with the cursor before the dot. So then it took it to the next page. But You know, this wouldn't happen if I just stopped journaling with my cursor after the end of my last sentence. So again, we can give this a try, you know. So let's just close pages and let's pretend I just want to journal at the same location. We'll say journal. I need to start spelling things properly. We'll say journal. And this should open it, give us a new page, and set the formatting properly for me to journal. So that's perfect. Let's just try it with another location, make sure it works. So we'll just say journal, and I guess we'll say Starbucks, whatever. Doesn't really matter what we put. Starbucks cafe. Let's see if that works. Excellent, it's right here. So there we go. I think this is actually gonna be a really useful thing because I don't have to do any manual work. I can just go into my terminal, type my command, and it's done. It just works, and I can start journaling, and then I just save it, leave, and keep going about my day. It's perfect. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This was a really fun thing for me to make. I'm kind of new to Python, but I really love using it for automation and various things like that. So if you did, drop a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any comments about this code or any project you want me to work on, anything you want me to explain, drop it in the comments. My channel is pretty small, so I get to answer pretty much every comment I get, or at least drop a heart on them. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
Hush.